We are only on the second episode of Survivor 46 and things are already rapidly changing. We got a lot of camp life scenes in this episode that really shined a light on where a lot of people stood. Some people who were looking really good in episode 1 are now in a little bit of trouble. Now there is a lot to talk about today with that 2-hour episode, but before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button below just so you can stay tuned as I will be here doing recaps all season long. Now, let's get started. This episode kicks off with the Purple Tribe returning back to camp after their last tribal council. Now, it's looking like a lot of the drama within this tribe seems to revolve around Bhanu and Kenzie. Bhanu just raised a lot of red flags with how blatant he was acting during the last tribal council. He's just a really straight shooter, which might be fine in real life, but I think it's bothering his team because it makes it seem like he's not good at keeping secrets. But on the other hand, the chaotic and emotional players don't scare me as much as the strategic game bots, so personally I don't think Bhanu would be the biggest threat to me. Now, Kenzie is a whole different story. Kenzie is the social butterfly of the tribe, and she's a little bit sneaky too. We see Kenzie out there trying to gather numbers on her own to take out Q, but no one's really taking the bait. After episode 1, I was really thinking that Kenzie might be in this game for the long haul, but after seeing her failure to go after Q, her stock is starting to drop for me just a little bit. It looks like Jess is still having trouble connecting and playing her social game too. I mean, the girl is already eating bugs on like day 2, and they're not even the juicy kind with the yummy protein either. I actually looked it up and ants really aren't that nutritious. You'd have to eat thousands of them to get enough protein or calories to be able to do anything useful. Yuck. So for now, let's head on over to the Yellow Tribe, where Randen has just found his tribe's beware advantage. Of course, this is going to lead him without a vote for now, and while I would personally want to keep any sort of advantage or idol or anything that I found, I would want to keep that a secret. But Randen decides to tell his arch nemesis Venus, of all people. I mean, in the last episode, these two were edited to be ops and were ready to take each other out, but now they're down to work together. Now, I kind of get where Venus is coming from here because she already knew that she was at the bottom of her tribe. She knows that Tevin is the ringleader. She knows that he really doesn't like her a ton, and she knows that right now she's at the very bottom of her tribe. See, at first I was thinking either Randen or Venus would be the first boots from their team, but after seeing this scene of them two work together, I have a feeling that they might be sticking together in this game for a little while. Now, Liz, on the other hand, may be in some serious trouble. Multiple times on the show, they've shown her talking about how much money she makes, bragging about how many businesses she owns, and how she doesn't really need the Survivor money at all. She's just here to play. Like, the editors have made Liz's finances way too big of a deal so far for it to not come up in the gameplay at all. Like, I love that Liz is rich. Really, I love that for her. But being honest and being yourself isn't always the best policy out here. And I could easily see all this talking and bragging leading to her downfall eventually. Just watch. Now let's move on to the Green Tribe, where we kind of have the guys aligned on one side and the ladies all aligned on the other. Charlie and Moriah are in the middle here, which is kind of a dangerous spot to play from. So they're going to decide to align together in what they call their Malcolm and Denise alliance. Now, I personally didn't exactly see the Malcolm and Denise comparison here, but hey, go off, I guess. But the editors did actually show us some flashbacks of Malcolm and Denise back in their Philippines days, which leads me to believe that these two may be in the game for a while and they may make a killer run together and maybe even possibly get to the end. I don't know, we'll have to see. We also get that random ass Taylor Swift versus Metallica battle, which was nice and all, but that scene went on for way too long. It just felt very obvious that they were trying to fill up space to cover a 2-hour episode, but it was still cute. It was cute and it was impressive. I'll give them that. Like, I am a die-hard Beehive Beyonce stan. but even I could probably name 50, maybe 60 Beyonce songs at most. Definitely not no 108. Charlie, you got me beat there. I'll give you your ones and your tens, okay? So there is still this cloud of drama and uncertainty in the air as everybody heads off to the immunity challenge. When the players arrive on the mat, there is a lot of shit talking happening, and of course, I'm here for it.
Last name first out.
Were there several reasons you guys voted him?
Like, it obviously sucks to be the Purple Tribe here, but as a messy fan, I am totally here for all the game-related trash talk. It's very direct, but it's not personal. It's what the people want to see. The challenge kicks off, but of course, like most Survivor challenges, it all ends up coming to the puzzle at the end, and this one looked especially brutal. It was pure frustration and pain for the players, but it was excellent TV for us.
Yanu!
Got it.
What do we need here? Giving it another go! Hey! And another piece touchdown!
In the end, the Purple Tribe ended up losing yet again, bringing them back to Tribal Council for the second time in a row. That's gotta sting, but it was also a little bit predictable given the edit that we had gotten so far. Back at camp, things are obviously very, very tense for the Purple Tribe after losing back-to-back. And Jess is looking like the obvious target after failing to secure herself socially. Now, Jess seems sweet and all, but she's also not really giving me strategist or master gamebot or any of that. So when they decide to concoct this complicated ass plan with this fake idol, it all just seems so unnecessary. Now, don't get me wrong, I respect how hard they're playing and I love, love, love the drama, but save it on for later down the line. Now it's gonna be damn near impossible for any of them to try that fake idol thing again if the opportunity ever arises because it's gonna tip people off. Now Kenzie is still in a little bit of trouble after she tried to get Q out earlier in the game, and now Q definitely wants his lick back. Which maybe it makes sense for Q to come after Kenzie here, but I think for the whole tribe overall, Jess is still probably the better move. It is the classic Survivor dilemma. Do you take out the weaker player or the bigger threat? The players all go off to tribal and it is immediately awkward and again, very, very tense. There's this ongoing beef between Kenzie and Jess that's kind of fun to watch.
You were going to eat everybody moving forward. Like,
yeah.
and I should have said this to your face. I should have said this.
No, what do you want to do?
Throw me under the bus?
Beautiful. Love it.
There's also the whole Bhanu of it all, which I couldn't even process.
I heard someone in the tribe saying that, oh, Bhanu he's weak. He's too emotional. If this passion, if this emotion is making you feel like, oh my God, you're too this, you're too that, I'm sorry.
Bhanu is such a character, y'all. Like, he's very in tune with himself and he definitely says how he feels. But the stuff he be saying is just so uncalled for and confusing. Like, what is this man doing?
Are you putting up tonight?
Stop making the block hot.
Okay. Thank you.
Eventually, they all go up to vote where Jess is unanimously voted out, leaving Bhanu feeling like a fool. Again, I think voting out Jess was probably the better move to make here. She just didn't seem to have any real loyalty to anybody on her tribe, which would just make it a lot easier for her to turn on them later on down the road. But of course, I want to know, who did you want to see leave this week? Jess, Kenzie, someone else? Let me know in the comments below. Also, is there anyone who you could see making it all the way to the merge? I think Hunter, Moriah, and Charlie are looking pretty solid for now, but of course, we'll just have to see where the game goes. Of course, I will be back here to update y'all after the next episode comes out, but until next time, peace.